Aloha! I am the Great Clement, and today we're going to be playing a Sega Genesis game that was only released in Europe and Japan, or Mega Drive to you Europeans. And it is Mega Man: The Wily Wars. If you're unfamiliar with the Wily Wars, basically they took Mega Man 1, they took Mega Man 2, and Mega Man 3, put new digitized graphics with 16-bit goodness, remixed all of the music with the Sega Genesis instruments, and put it all onto one cartridge. So you got 1, 2, and 3. Not only that, but after you've beaten all 3 of the games on one save file, you unlock this special castle called the Wily Tower, and basically, that's a good fun thing that we'll get to eventually. But damn, this game is a good deal for your money. First thing you do when you start the game off, go into option mode and configure the controls. For some reason, they're like really screwed up at first, so you want to get on that. So you get to start the game, and it's either 1, 2, or 3. You can pick whichever one you want to play first. Me, I'm tackling the original Mega Man. Oh yeah. So here are the 6 robot masters. If you're unfamiliar with the story, basically, Dr. Light is a good human scientist who built Mega Man and Roll to be housekeeping robots. They're basically, you know, more tea in your crumpets? Or something like that. Sorry about that racist remark of mine. Oh well. Anyway, Dr. Light and Dr. Wily actually work together as scientists, and they created a whole bunch of robots, thus being the 6 robot masters that we are tackling. Eventually, though, Wily figured that he deserved more for his great genius, and so he decided to steal Dr. Light's robots and, you know, conquer the world. That's when Rock decided, you know, Rock was originally Mega Man. Or, not originally Mega Man, he is Mega Man. But Rock basically said, "Don't worry, Dr. Light, I'll stop Dr. Wily." And then he became Mega Man, and the rest is history. So I'm tackling Bomb Man first. Bomb Man is a master of bombs. According to his Mega Man and Base card, he was a robot created to destroy base rock. His hyper bomb is so powerful that it can break any rock. The good point? He has a daring attitude. A bad point? He's a high spender. He likes to go bowling, and he hates matches and lighters. That Bomb Man. And I'm not kidding, that's what it said in the Mega Man and Base card. He literally likes to go bowling. Which is, you know, good. I mean, he's always chucking bombs. He must be familiar with handling big ball objects. I'm just gonna stop talking right now. So anyway, this is Bomb Man stage in 16-bit in Wily Wars. If you played the NES version, it looks a lot different, but it still feels the same as well. The one difference in Mega Man 1 that's different from its NES counterpart is that Mega Man doesn't actually slide when he stops moving. He had momentum in the first game so that when you were walking and then you stopped, he would still slide a little. Because, you know, he was just running. But in this game, if you stop, you just come to a direct stop. There's no, like, momentum pushing you at all. So anyway, we're at Bomb Man now, and Bomb Man, he throws bombs, they explode, you gotta dodge him. One thing about the NES game that made him kinda easy to beat, well, aside from his health being, you know, more depletable, when you went close to him, he always, like, got out of the way. He didn't like when Mega Man was close to him for some reason. He would always get out of the way. In this game, he almost goes out of his way to get close to you, and then, you know, it hurts you a lot. So he's actually harder in this game than he is in the first game. But he's still a pushover with the Mega Buster, and so I take care of him pretty easily. He chucks bombs awfully slow, and down he goes. His weakness is fire, so if you don't take him on first, kill Fireman, take his fire ability, and then take out Bomb Man. And if you're unfamiliar with the Mega Man series and you don't know about abilities, well, what the hell? Do your research here. You fool! I'm kidding. Basically, I got a bomb powered up from Bomb Man because, you know, that's what happens in these games. You kill a robot master, you get his ability. You know, big freaking surprise. So here we are tackling Gutsman. Why? Well, he's weak against bombs. So it's a no-brainer why I chose him next. According to his Mega Man and Base profile, Gutsman is a civil engineer robot. He is so powerful that he can lift and carry a rock of 2 tons. A good point, he's a very sentimental robot. Bad point, he has a one-track mind. He likes to do karaoke and he hates getting in arguments. I don't want to imagine Gutsman playing Rock Band and, you know, like a virgin for the very first time. At least that's what I assume Gutsman sounds like. So anyway, his level, the first part can be the most hard part of the whole game, because basically, you know, not the whole game, but of the whole level. Those platforms move, you just gotta jump on them, and, well, you just saw it. Whatever. Usually, at the end of every level, there's always that big jumping guy. That big jumping guy, he takes out a shitload of health. If you ever let him touch you, it'll be the worst mistake you could ever make. Basically, you want to walk under him when he's jumping, or, you know, do your best to kill him quick enough, but he has a huge health, too. So here's Gutsman. He's weak against bombs, so you push start, you go to the B, which stands for bomb, obviously, and chuck the bombs at him. He'll throw boulders that will, you know, break upon touching the other boulders, and you want to jump over them. He's pretty standard, pretty simple pattern. 3 bombs is all it takes, and Gutsman is out like a light. No more karaoke for you, motherfucker. One different thing about Mega Man 1 from every other Mega Man game is that you actually get points for beating the levels. So, you know. Yeah. I hope I get the high score, because that really matters to me. Cutman is next. According to his Mega Man and Bass profile, he is a robot who was originally created for tree trimming work. The cutter on his head is extremely sharp. A good point, he's sharp and cunning. Good pun. A bad point, he's stubborn. He likes to give haircuts, but he dislikes rocks. Okay. Because, you know, rock breaks scissors. And paper covers rock. Yeah, we get it. And he's dealing with a guy named Rockman, so, you know. He's probably not going to like me very much either. His weakness is obviously Gutsman's ability, because Gutsman chucks rocks at people. Gutsman's ability is only useful for one thing, and that's moving rocks. So if there are no rocks in the area, you pretty much have a useless ability that you can't activate at all. The bomb ability is good, but it's slow, and it doesn't bounce that far, and, you know, your enemies can get away from it pretty quickly, so Bomb Man's ability is pretty lame, too. These things, they move back and forth, you gotta shoot them a lot with your Mega Buster to destroy them. They're not hard to dodge, though. Cutman stage has had a big graphics overhaul from what the first game was. In the first game, it was mostly just sky in the background. In this one, there's like... It's like you're in a factory or something. It's a completely different background. There's, you know, stuff in the background and... Stuff in the background. Aren't I great at this commentary? If you're unfamiliar with the Mega Man series, spikes kill you in one hit. So that's his weakness, I guess. Mega Man doesn't like spikes very much. Never touch spikes. For if you do, you'll be dead. And dying is not cool. In the original Mega Man, if he got hit and then landed in spikes, he still died. When you get hit, you get a brief invulnerability period so you can run into anything, but not in this game. Oh no. When you got hit and you fell in spikes, you still died. However, they changed that for Mega Man 2 and onwards, so now he gets a brief invulnerability pause with spikes. So these are the two blocks that Gutsman's ability can use. Throwing them at Cutman takes away half of his health. And if you missed with one of them, you're going to have to use your Mega Buster because there's nothing left to do. Cutman has by far the easiest pattern in the game. He'll throw your thing, and he might jump over you. In that case, the cutter will go back to him that way too. And, you know, he's a real cinch to kill, believe me. He always jumps on you, jumps over you on purpose. He never seems to run into you. He was a lot easier in the Nintendo version. Oh my god. You can murder him. He's in the NES version, he is by far the easiest robot master of all time. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. This is part 1. We'll tackle the other 3 robot masters in part 2.